GST can feel hard. Taxable, nil rated, exempt, zero rated, non-taxable, non-GST. Confused? By the end of this video, you will know which is which. Welcome to my channel. This is Gayatri and today we are going to see basic concepts in GST. What is supply and why does it matter? Supply can be a sale, a transfer, a barter, exchange, even importing services on a normal course of business for a consideration. First, GST applies to a supply. Whether GST is charged depends on which category that supply falls into. That decides whether tax appears on your invoice, whether business can claim input tax credit, and whether exports get special treatment. Taxable supply means GST is charged at a fixed rate like 5, 12, 18 or 28%. Business collect GST from customers and pay to government and then claim ITC on inputs paid, lowering the effective tax cost. Example, a smartphone attracts 18% GST. Exempt supplies have no GST and crucially, suppliers cannot claim ITC on inputs used to make those supplies. That makes exempt supplies costlier because they cannot recover input tax. The list of goods and services are generally notified through notification. Examples, certain health and education services, some agricultural products. These exempt supplies include nil-rated and non-taxable supply. Nil-rated is where GST rate is 0%. The supply is taxable but at 0%. It applies to many unbranded food items, vegetables, fruits, etc. Again, suppliers cannot claim ITC on inputs used to make these supplies. If inward supplies are used for both taxable supplies as well as nil-rated supplies, then common credit rules apply here. Non-taxable supply. These are supply not out of the scope of GST. It's just that GST rates are not yet announced and hence not taxed under GST. And taxes like excise duty and VAT applies here. These items are alcoholic liquor for human consumption, petroleum crude, diesel, petrol, aviation turbine fuel, natural gas. Zero-rated supply commonly mean exports and supplies to SEC. Exports are taxed at 0%. Business can either claim refund of input tax paid or export under a bond or a letter of undertaking without paying GST and still claim input tax benefit. Non-GST supplies are outside the scope of GST. GST law doesn't cover them. These are activities or transactions which are exceptions to the definition of supply. Examples, salaries, sale of immobile property, except under builder or developer cases, service of funeral, burial, etc. If this cleared up GST for you, smash it like, subscribe and share with a friend who is starting a business. Thank you.